Hey everyone, welcome back to Howlite Isle, and I'll tell you the first thing I noticed when I logged in today. 615th of the United Kingdom for the highest unexpected death rate. Our population is 40 million. I'm pretty sure that's a lot lower than the last time we looked. What the fuck? What the fuck? Crime. What? I mean, it's gone down, but what? Okay, whatever. The leader meme. Are we being served? To no sacrifice, opening the door to controversy. Software giant stumps on competition. Alright, let's jump on right in. The leader meme. During a recent speech, a particularly embarrassing pose you struck became rather popular on the internet. The pose has spawned numerous parodies on humorous political commentary. A few of your bewildered advisors have asked you to address the so-called leader meme. These images are ruining your image, points out Paleo Biscuit Barrel. Really? That's your name? I think your name is more embarrassing than my pose, but okay. An advisor from your department of redundancy department. They make you look like an incompetent and impertinent fool, especially in rival enemy nations. I heard Maxtopia is putting up posters and plea cards of these so-called memes in their subways. What may seem like innocent, benign images could evolve into political action that will inspire protests and riots. You have to ban insulting images of Howlite Isle politicians. Fuck off. Let people have their fun. You can't take away that freedom, please. Venus Gutnick, an advisor for your Department of Office vending machine contests. Really? I mean, look at this one. It's so funny. And this one here, they made it look like you were holding a cat. I keep seeing them coming. People like a leader with a sense of humor. If you punish those who use free speech to peacefully protest, the backlash you will see will be far worse than those pictures. I completely agree. I agree. In fact, I think we can make an opportunity of this, claims Charlotte Newman, an advisor from the Department of Mimetic Imagery. Sounds like she's the one that knows what she's talking about. Which you don't recall having. Some of these may be a bit insulting, sure, but some of them are light-hearted and even beneficial. The one of you and the cat, it makes you look gentle and appreciative of animals, which I am. To better your image, we should masquerade as everyday citizens and create and spread favourable memes ourselves. Sometimes we make mistakes, admits Hamian Trax, an advisor of your Department of Political Choreography. That's why pencils have erasers. Like over fads, this leader meme will die out and you just have to give it time. Meanwhile, you could benefit from practicing your own stage performance. Fuck off. Every time I log in, I get this fucking Java update, and I can't remember the last time I even fucking used Java. Your stage performances for future speeches and appearances, you know, prevent this from happening again. That seems smart. I like that one. Yeah. The latest political memes depicted the leader as an overly choreographed robot. Fun. Political apathy, Chalmers has gone down, pages haven't gone down, how the fuck has lifespan gone down? Taxation's gone down, weather has gone down for some reason. This game, whatever. That one's dumb. Are we being served? A broad survey of retail customers conducted across Howlite Isle has received increasing dismay with shoddy customer service, with something complaints about staff being rude and unhelpful. One leisurely morning, you decide to go undercover to collect opinions from the staff in one of the nation's largest department stores, Gray's Brothers. The elevator opens at the ladies and gentlemen's department, and the floor manager, spouting a red carnation and identifying himself as the Major Hacken Magpie, pushes his views on you. Poor service, blame the imbeciles who work here. The counter staff They have had no proper education. Many did not even graduate from university, let alone serve time in the military like I did, heroically in the Great Brasilian War. If you want a quality service to flourish, then compulsory military service will teach respect for those scallywags. Oh, that's funny. You can choose that at the start as one of your things. After you extricate yourself, you engage in a brief chat with 2 floor staff who are just returning from their mid-morning coffee break. Betty Sudgeon and Wilberforce Ingham. The reason we're unhappy, declares Mr. Sudgeon, is because we are consistently late due to overcrowded buses and trains. Even if I'm on 1 second late, I get told off for this. Is there any wonder that I am so wound up that I snap at people? I'm so upset when I get home that I end up being mean to my poor pup. After an awkward pause, Mr. Inner interjects, she means her cat, but she's right. But she's right. With lives as hard as ours, is it any wonder that men swear? You should provide another transport, more transport, so that there's always an empty seat calling out "I'm free" on the buses. As you make your way through the towers, the elevator to leave, you are approached by the then haggard by the elderly and curmudgeonly head of Gen Section, Mr. Ernest Stranger, and you briefly explain the reason for your visit. Rude, rude. Who says we're rude? Get me a glass of water, Mr. Ingham. He collapses in his chair. I've been serving for over 35 years. I don't need any advice on how to treat customers. In fact, if these customers don't like my standards, I should have the right to refuse to serve them. Full stop. Make it law. Now here. This seems to be the most fucking... The taxes are going to go up, but whatever. Polite commuters on Howlite Isle City Metro always let hurried workers get off the train first. Taxation's gone up. Yeah, there, we're above 40% now, boys. We're above 40%. We are one tax-heavy nation. God damn. Tourism's gone up. Employment's gone down for some reason, despite the fact that we're helping employment. Employment has in fact gone down. And the fact that we would also need more fucking employment because we're hiring more buses. But never mind. To no sacrifice. After many officials replied, "What? Well, where's that? Who cares?" When they were told where they had in fact sent hundreds of Howlite Island soldiers a few days beforehand. The government is being petitions to require that all politicians have a military background. That is unfucking believably dangerous. No. What? No. Military leaders are not great. They're good for one thing, and that's war, and that's it. Fuck me. This is outrageous, cries distraught Howlite Island soldier, almost falling to the ground under the weight of his equipment. They don't know the reality of war because they themselves have never been part of it. If all politicians had served in the military, they would know what they were getting us into and would think twice before sending us into conflict. I'd like to see Finnish minister do 1,000 push-ups. You want us to do what now? Sputters one of your senior ministers, spitting his tea everywhere. These people don't know all the work that we already do. All the things we have already sacrificed. Should I remind you that we had to carve our own paths and make something ourselves before we could even think of getting involved in politics? These ruffians obviously need to put that, like, no, fuck you as well. There's another option, claims your secretary, sneakily rushing from behind your desk. We needn't send any of your colleagues into battle, but it isn't necessary to defy public opinion. Let them have their service. Just make it short and easy. Each politician could have a nice clean service record for no effort at all. Perhaps it could be used as an excuse for a holiday. All of these options are terrible, but I'm going to go with that one. Leader has returned as a hero from a brutal campaign to conquer the local beach. Summer residents develop a deep-rooted corruption with a taste of nice things. I have never had that one before. Oh no. Corruption is shot up. Niceness is shot up for some reason. Cheerfulness. Weather shot up, because if there's one thing that improves the weather, it's politicians leaving the country. Okay. I mean, most of these seem to be okay. Most of these seem to be good outside of the tax. Fucking tax, man. Opening the door to controversy. Actor Fresher Dubious, the famously tweeted star of superhero franchise Superbloke, has been heavily criticised after an incident at Shopquick in which he was accused of holding back women's rights by holding open... Oh, fuck. This one actually personally insults me. It annoys me because I've had experience with this myself. Way back when I was in college. See, I was raised to have manners, so I open doors for people. And occasionally I meet people who do the same thing. Men and women. It's not gendered, right? Now, when I was in college, I held the door for someone, and she basically said, I don't need you to open the door for me. In a very bitchy way. So, okay. Whatever. And then a few days later, I was in a rush, and I died through the fucking doors to try and get to class before I was late, basically. And the girl in front of me is like, how fucking rude is that? And it's just like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It just depends on the bitch at the other end. You know what I mean? Shiver is just another word used by men who lord over women, shouts vlogger and radical feminist lady. Look, I'm already ignoring you. Well, I'm dashed. The way I was raised, it was expected that men should open the doors for ladies. People should hold doors open for others if it's... like, if you're walking through and somebody's right there, hold the fucking door open for them. It's just a nice gesture. Have fucking manners. Why is good manners restricted by sex? Muses freelance etiquette consultant Belafar Scrooge, holding up the door while smiling and nodding with a saber-toothed politeness until Frasier finally exits. Everyone should show a little consideration for others. Run a campaign to tell Howlians that they have a duty to pause and hold the door for all the people behind them. To say that, please... See, that's going too far. They don't have a duty to do it. It just should be an unspoken kind of like expectation. It's not a fucking law. Why don't we just replace all conventional doors with automatic doors, says fringe economist Facility Banks, who part owns the spin-on automatic doors. There's no need for... Yeah, you know what? We're going for this one. It shouldn't be restricted by... Howlians seem to be catching more chills as they hold the door open for everyone. Okay. So basically people are just standing there, open doors. Crime has gone down. Employment... Why does employment keep going down? I don't get that. Compassion, niceness. Tourism shut up, right? Yeah. Nice place to be. Alright, last one. Software giant stomps on competition. The CEO of Howlite Isle software, hardware, and electronic hardware giant Microcosm Inc. has been brought before the Supreme Court for violation of antitrust laws. What a surprise right there. These allegations are absolutely ludicrous, shouts Micro something CEO Caden Hart. Ooh, that's a nice surname. From the window of a 90-foot stretch limo. Just because rival companies are incapable of producing products as brilliant as mine is no reason to punish me. I say it's high time we abolish these idiotic antitrust laws that give businesses the freedom to serve the public better. After all, I'm in the business for the people. Fucking bite me. Microism must shut down immediately, argues CEO of Computers. Otaheim Oliver. From the window of a clunky exhaust choked used car. I can't get a foothold to compete in the market because those bigwigs in Microcosm have that foothold by the throat. It's high time the government stepped in and helped out the little guy, and the best way to do that is by stopping corporations from going so big that they have a stranglehold in the market. Monopoly laws, basically. Verily, I say unto thee, none of this would have happened whilst thou not have stopped the problem before it didn't start it. Argues brother Lachel Vagnals of the Howlite Isle Amish community from out the window as horse-drawn carriage. We must doest as the Lord commandeth, and establish the evils of computers and the internet entirely. Only whilst ye hearken unto the Lord... Okay, whatever, fuck off, you're religious. So we've got the rich rule, the poor rule, the religious rule. And well, I'm going to go for this and establish monopoly laws, but that will be the sensible outcome. It's not going to work in this. The government has begun breaking all large businesses into thousands of mom-and-pop general stores, which I'm okay with, quite frankly. Drug use has gone down, authoritarianism has gone down, tourism has gone up, radicality has gone down, taxation's gone down by a tiny, almost nothing, but I'll take it. Pacifism's gone down. Yeah, that actually seems overall pretty good. Economic output's gone up, economy's gone up. What's that? Breaking down massive business actually improves the economy and economic output? Wow. So there we go. There's today's one. That was they were some bullshit ones. Some of them. I don't know. It's like almost 10 o'clock. I'm tired. I want to go to bed, which is probably why it seemed like I was rushing that one a little bit, because I was. Good night. Greetings, my friends. I have just finished eating, and now it is time for something political. Alright, so we've got Green Thumb Saw for What a Nail, Conventional Wisdom, and Corruption in the Lobby. Alright, let's start with Green Thumb Saw. Make sure everything's set and done. Yes, good. Sensing a lucrative business opportunity, several major corporations attempted to capitalize on the nation's eco-friendly attitude while marketing every single one of the products with dubious claims such as environmentally safe, divinely blessed by Mother Nature herself, and everything in between. With scores of activists grumbling about the greenwashing, the burden falls to you to broker Greenpeace. Ha ha ha. I don't see the problem here, says United Retail CEO Bill. I'm not even gonna fucking try to pronounce that. What the fuck is this? Teasing you with some 100% recyclable organic quartzes. It's not as though we're lying to the people. All of our product packaging contains so many eco-friendly, pro-environment, something, that people reading the labels basically have no choice but to embrace the green craze. That's not all profits go to supporting the environment. Yeah, I don't know what is. Okay, fuck off. Not as though you're lying, shrieks random activist Georgina Dupoint. Smacking what she assures you is not 100% recyclable organic petition down on your desk. This is making a mockery out of our efforts. Green this, green that. It has no end. If a company wants to put environmental claims on their advertising, they need to back them with scientific facts. I agree. Allow me to advise a solution, cackles East Labatonese diplomat Liliu. Spreading some splendor in socialism propaganda brooches on your desk. As long as you have greedy profit originals capitalists, this hoodwinking is bound to happen. If you just brought all manufacturing and merchandising under, basically turn our place into a... Look, I know we're fucking, shit, what are we called again? Ah, that's right, socialists. I know we're socialists right now, but we're the good kind of socialists. The ones that have never actually exist, apparently. I don't know enough about top politics to really comment on that. We're going with this one. Much like the scientific facts on the back of our things in terms of nutrition, the same applies to any scientific fact. Trust me, I'm involved in this kind of shit in terms of I purchase this kind of crap all the time. Vegan stuff, honey, and you notice the bullshit a lot. So, yeah. Manufacturers of biodegradable plastics have to wait 4 months to show evidence of organic decomposition. Ideological radicality. I don't know what's so radical about that. Scientific advancement has gone up. Income equality has gone up. Intelligence has gone up. Weather has gone up. Tax, for once, that makes sense because we're not polluting the environment as much. Environmental beauty has gone up. Look at that score. Look at that glorious score. Lifespan's gone down for some bizarre reason, but okay. Issues. Corruption in the lobby. Let's do this one. After a package of bill given billions of kreutzers to any oil company with an X in its name, there was much discussion over the influence that corporate lobbyists have over the government and whether it was getting out of hand. Until an all-waves radio and TV broadcast suggested citizens have to go get a coffee at Starbucks instead. What? Apologise for the voice and the accent and all that. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just in that kind of mood. It disgusts me how much this government is eating out of the hands of corporations, says Casey Wilk, an anti-corporation activist. A government's first priority is supposed to be its people, Howlite Isle, not some faceless company interested in nothing but money. The right to petition is for individual citizens, not for multinational corporations that answer to no one. There is no need to get excited. We've got everyone's best interests at heart, replies Christian Woolwoods. I recognise that meme. A corporate lobbyist. Yes, individuals have the right to make their opinions known to government, but but so too do groups of individuals. And that's all the corporation is, a group of individuals wanting to contribute. By helping corporations, the government helps the country. Unemployment goes down and economic goes up, and everyone's favourite products become more readily available, which in fact, if corporations were only part of the political process, we could do so much more. Do you know, that's actually a really fucking good argument, because all that's kind of true. What he's failing to mention is, or she's failing to mention, is that it also comes with a whole heap of corruption and people's civil rights, well, people's rights in general, and their quality of life going down the crapper, whilst all the money in the fucking universe is filtered into their pockets. Over my dead body, they will, says Radish Dorte, a civil servant. The problem with lobbying is that it's so easily abused. There are too many opinionated idiots out there prepared to rally around some obnoxious or silly cause. That's fucking true. Last week, the Parliament reviewed the petition from thousands of citizens complaining about birds being too noisy. I mean, really, we'd be better off ignoring lobbyists altogether and trusting your own, in your own, sagacity? Esteemed leader. Just ignoring... Let me look what this is exactly first. Okay, let me look to see what this is first. Make sure I know what I'm looking at. The quality of being... What the fuck is this? Having or showing keen mental good judging, wise and shrewd. Okay. I kind of want to go with that. I know it's authoritarian, but... This is going to fuck our economy. We're going with this. Howlite Isle's political freedoms fell from excellent to very good. Petitions to the government are being used to insulate politicians' office walls. Crime has gone up. Political authoritarian shot up. Drug use is shot. I mean, outside of tourism and economic output, none of that's really good. Safety has gone down. Patriotism's gone down. Ideological... Okay, that one's good. That one's good. That one's good. I like how corruption has gone down. Interesting. Well, it's me. I'm the ultimate, political freedom's gone down. Pacifism. I mean, taxation's gone down. Intelligence has gone down. Whatever. I mean, I basically am the final nail in the coffin for all of this shit anyway, so, For want of a nail. A recent investigation into the near miss between two commercial airplanes revealed that it was due to an error on the part of an air traffic controller, who in turn was being distracted by his colleague chattering about how hungry he was, which in turn was caused by his colleague missing a packed lunch, which in turn was caused by his colleague's wife temporary incapacity, in turn caused by a finger infection, in turn caused by a broken nail. Thus, the media are dubbing this the broken nail incident. Fuck me. Talk about the butterfly effect. Symptom, fragile knife. Diagnosis, calcium deficiency. Confectory declares medically untrained diary. industry marketing rep Julius Jung, you need to subsidize the diaries so we can increase the supply of our products and populace in order to treat this. Got milk? Yes, I have. You got money. So milk will solve this problem, apparently. Wait, his wife made lunch for him? Complains, and now, oh, go and fucking eat a gun. His wife should have ignored the pain and made the sandwich. Admonishes urine as no, you can eat a gun as well. Call me Captain Obvious, says airline pilot Captain Tom Obvious, but doesn't the near miss air collision suggest we need to be spending more money on air safety? Where would the money go, my man? Where would the money go? Where here would more money solve the problem? We need more air traffic controls working. It doesn't matter how many you have. One fucker made the mistake. If one fucker makes the mistake and he's a senior employer, people are just going to follow him and the same mistake happens. What does more money do to solve this? This is emergence at work. Recently received whispers, wide-eyed, something Professor Frank Benjamin. For too long has national policy been sent by simplistic case and effort models when the complexity of chaos and the this is somebody that studies chaos theory, isn't it? Oh, it's the moth thing again. I've looked at. Is that the same dude? Beautiful madness and multiple interacting systems rule our lives. Fund my research into chaos cyber. I mean, aren't you a moth guy, not a fucking chaos theory dude? And together we'll learn the properly randomized government policy. Fuck me. Everyone here is a dumbass. Right. The only thing emerging here is the hand of... Oh, fuck. So we've got God. We've got feminists. We've got fucking misogynists. His wife should have ignored the pain. Are you fucking serious? She cut her thing. Oh. We've got guys just after money in the fucking thing. We got this insane dude. And milk seems to be the best thing, but why is this even a problem? A guy was distracted because he was too busy talking to people over the comms. Why the fuck are we all talking about this shit instead of doing our fucking work? Fine. We'll go with the milk. Fuck it. It is popularly believed that cheese every day keeps disaster away. Obesity's gone up, hasn't it? Lifespan's gone up. The only thing that's gone down is employment. We've fired the dumbasses involved in all of it. Look at this. Income's gone up. Economic output has gone up. Business has gone up. Oh, subsidization. Okay, that's not good. Economy's gone up. Average disposable income's gone up. Lifespan's gone up. Fruit quality. Taxation, for fuck's sake. Of course it has. Okay, most of these are pretty good. Whatever. Fair enough, that was a weird one, but, you know, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Conventional wisdom. How often is it when people tout conventional wisdom? It's usually something fucking stupid. Right. While planning the party convention for your re-election campaign, your advisors have come to disagree on what the overall feeling of the event should be. They have turned the national memes of making a final decision and bothering you about it. They're a natural means of making a decision, making me decide. I mean, I have put into law that this is how things get done, so... You know. One word. Fireworks. States Buffy Ricard. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Dude from Star Trek. I like this person already. Chairwoman of your political party, holding a wickedly formed rose to the light. Banal political speeches and rhetorical niceties just aren't doing anything. The people have grown tired of it all. Come to think of it, I'm sick of it myself. And that's really saying something. We really ought to put on an honest-to-goodness show here. Lasers, music, celebrity appearances. That should really push things up the polls. And more importantly, your opponents down. She bends the rose until its stem snaps. I feel like I'm talking to Jessie here. This is somebody's waifu. Buffy Ricard acting like Jessie from Pokemon. By all means do that, sarcastically quips your Minister of Finance, Gurin Zam. You can give people all the bread and circuses you want. But when it comes to time to follow through, no amount of flash will solve the real defeat of trust. Give them the unvarnished truth and spare them the unnecessary pomp and circumference. I propose you read up a list of financial bullet points provided by my and other departments. For example, did you know that in last year, no fewer than bloody... Dude, that might be impressive to your statistical minds, but for everyone else, that sounds like a lot of dead people. Marshmallow bill you approved? Oh, okay. I don't remember that, but there we go. What? Belazier, the security of the Pens, Mimiko, Farnsworth. Millions of good, decent Howlians are fearful. They face the perils of globalism and uncertain world order. True. Now, our chance to show Howlite Isle what his real leader does in the time of crisis. Ride in the convention top a tank. Amid the spearhead of a full armoured vehicle convoy. Mount a three-story tall podium draped in a giant Howlian golden Howlian flag and promise our people the world. She pauses for a moment, venting grin creeps up on her face. Literally, you want me to declare world domination? I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about it. This is bullshit, fuck this, but this is like the typical fucking celebrity bullshit. This, do you know what? Oh, fuck it, let's go for world domination. Leader is taken to wearing metal-adorned military uniform in all public appearances. Oh yes. Corruption has gone up, crime has gone up, weaponization, taxation, fucking again! Government size, tourism has gone down, no! No! Compassion has gone down, no! Pacifism, no! Safety, no! Scientific advancement, no! No! Fuck. That was a bad choice. Never mind. Foreign aid has gone down as if we need it. We're fucking Howlite Isle, motherfucker. We are a strong, independent country that needs no goddamn foreign aid. Fuck off, America. We don't want your weapons. We've got our own. Woo! That fucking tax, though. I like mention the tax every fucking time I record one of these, but whatever. We're done. Moving on. Alright, welcome back to Howlite Isle. We've only got 3 issues today. If I wait 2 hours, we'll start getting more of them, but this is the time of day where this works for me, so that's why I'm doing it. So we got uncultured singles in your area, affirmative election, and rodents of unusual sociability. We're gonna go for that one, because that sounds funny. Your brother's pet guinea pig has been looking a little down recently. And a pet psychiatrist has revealed that this is the consequence of loneliness. Guinea pigs are social animals, you know, and they don't like to be alone, murmurs the psychiatrist, snuggling close to you and purring gently. It should be illegal for pet owners to have just a single guinea pig. In fact, a whole bunch of rules we should make to enhance the psychological well-being of domestic pets. I have a list back at my place. If you want to pop over this evening, look it over and maybe share a fondue. It actually sounds really nice. It's unfair to pile cost burdens on those who can't afford the second pet. Right. Well, if you can't afford to look after an animal properly, you shouldn't fucking have it. It's that simple. Complains your brother, adjusting this guinea pig's sterling silver tiara and frilly silk ballet skirt. That's funny. An owner can give all the affection a pet needs, though of course it'd be nice if the state could pick up the bill for the pet psychiatry. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Snooflet? Pet psychiatrists, state nannying. This is big government gone mad, spits your Minister of Constructive Dismissal. I think a lot of places have one of those. Whose own department doubled in size last year. Look, you've got a TV spot on Magpie News tonight to talk about budgets or something and over. Why don't you use a minute to tell people that guinea pigs need companions? Quick, to the point, and most importantly, at no cost to the taxpayer. If guinea pigs is too miserable, the owner can just dispose of it and get a happier look. Right, well, we're going for this because, yeah, quite frankly, animals are fucked over. If you can't, so many people get animals that are not right for them because they look good, they look cool, You know, it makes them feel like a bigger, more stronger person, or they're not really suited to look after them. Quite frankly, if you want an animal, you should do the research first, find out if it works for your lifestyle, and then give it that, you know? Goldfish bowls are 3 meters in diameter. Goldfish! The traditional goldfish bowl is actually cruel. Goldfish actually need a lot of space. So that's a joke, but it's true. Goldfish actually need a lot of space. It's the whole social element that's taught, you know, people about, you know, goldfish like that. Don't care if authoritarianism is gonna, like, protect the animals. So, yeah. Crime has gone down, yeah, because there are less unhappy animals. So, has tax gone up again? Of course it has. Let's just raise the tax as high as possible. Uncultured singles in your area. Kraft of Howlite Isle, the largest dairy corporation in the nation, is facing grating criticism, from in the form of letters and protests involving blue cheese stink bombs. The something of the company comes from the independent rural cheesemakers' anger over the production of individually wrapped slices of processed cheese or singles. Cheese traditionalists, dairy duns, and quasi-collectivists have instructed on your peaceful lunch at Howlite Isle City Deli to make their voices heard over the sounds of the mechanical slicing of cheese. Look, we can't buy entire cheese wheels. No, we don't need that much cheese. These vile Howlite Island corporations are appropriating the label of cheese as if le parasique is antiquite. Something French. Laments the passionate and flamboyant Vincent Fromage. The puns are great. Bracklin's famous cheese connoisseur, as he smears more brie on a slice of toasted bread. The blend mockeries of real cheese are a disgrace to this nation's cheese-making heritage. The corporation should be restricted from calling these glorified napkins cheese and save the label for proper products like Bruchland's wonderful blocks and roulettes, or Schmoletopian minutieux garlic frogs legs, ooh, whatever. That's not enough to stop fake cheese, my comrade. It merely a petty Burmese puppet for the Howlite aliens. Okay. Notorious something social and economic reformer and part milk sorer, as he consumes a grilled Howlite City Jack sandwich. Real cheese traditionalists are tired of the oppression systematically imported dairy corporations. I say it's time for us, the real cheesemakers, to take control, seizing the means of production, if you will. We will strip away the tyranny of corrupt corporations like Quaft. A large figure emerges from the shadows of the deli back room. Alas, only when it comes to cheese do the Marxists seem to care about our culture, sighs the immense silhouette of Quaft's CEO, known only as the Big Cheese. These uneducated peasants always threaten to regulate industry, or even seize control of the nation's companies. My company has every right to call our processed sliced singles cheese. Oh, we're talking about those stupid packs. Okay. Even if they happen to be wobbly slices of soured milk, orange colouring, and something, which is kind of true. You don't expect the citizens to buy individually wrapped cheese products or pre-sliced cheese substitutes, do you? Alright, so I thought you were talking about like a wedge of cheese. People wanting to buy the entire cheese wheels. I mean, you can still call it cheese, but there are different kinds of cheese. Not all cheese is made equal. What a bunch of radical lunatics, remarks Jason Gillard, mayor of Derry Village in the Howlite Island countryside. Biggie Cheese over here and the Carl Angle character are using a topic as trivial as the production of cheese to increase their power and influence. However, Mr. Cheese was right about leaving the processed cheese industry alone. He eats a cube of smelly magpie cheese with a toothpick. Many of these bumpkins, craftsmen, live in poverty Giving them little assistance would satisfy the blessed cheesemakers and ensure that they stick to making authentic Howlite Island cheese rather than... Okay, whatever. We're just going to go with that. I actually really don't care about this topic whatsoever. I think it's dumb. I lost interest when we were speaking with a French accent. Howlite Isle economy rose from good to strong. A new cheese tax is collectively known as the wheel welfare. Funny. Oh, look at that. Partner with private industry, huh? Look at all that bottled water. Where's the cheese? Oh, there it is. It's wrapped right there. There's everyone's individual wrapped piece of cheese. Taxation's gone down. Food quality's gone up. Government said that actually seems like it worked pretty well. That's pretty good. Economy, best. Okay. Ooh, this one. Affirmative election. Recent elections in Howlite Isle have resulted in yet another parliament with few racial or ethnic minorities. Oh no! Oh! You mean like every other fucking world outside the West? A place in the world outside the West? In response, several minority interest organisations have been protesting for weeks on end outside your office. The ruckus has become so distracting that you try to veto your grocery list. After realising that this couldn't continue any longer, you have decided to give them an audience. Ah yes, we want more people of this ethnic group in here. Why? They're just as corrupt as everyone else. They're either shit at their job or good at their job. Either way, it's fucked for us. This tyranny by majority must end, demands Wilson Griffin, a Macronesian protest leader who claims to represent all 2,500 Macronesians in Howlite Isle. We have been trying to become members of parliament for most of our adult lives, but we have not won a single seat. I insist that you permanently reserve a few seats for minority groups throughout. Oh, you mean fucking affirmative action? No, fuck off. Oh, that's why it's called that. That would not even begin to make up for the decades we spent suffering in silence, laments Cleveland Murphy, an ethnic Mulverian who was unsuccessful with the last 3 runs of seat in Parliament. The current system obviously doesn't work. Why don't we just redraw the voting districts? We can arrange for the borders in a manner that will ensure our Parliament has more representative percentage of minorities. Rather than having a few reserved seats, we could actually have fair election that result in a diverse Parliament. Of course, the nation's homogeneous rural areas might need to be divided a little more creatively to allow people to get elected there. Yeah, fuck off. These dreadful ideas would alienate a large chunk of our voting base, complained Speaker of Parliament Ingrid Tavner, who was recently lampooned in the book Stuff Ethnic Howlians Like. Furthermore, the proposals are completely unmeritocratic. No matter how much you spin it, if a candidate fails to meet expectations of the voting public, the candidate does not deserve a seat. And besides, you've seen how those loutish Bigtopians conduct their own affairs. Do you really want that sort of people in our government? The proposed rules do not go far enough, proclaims Millhouse Chatwin, the devout follower of a very small sect of corporate conspirativism, sporting forth the tinfoil helmet and insulating robes. If minority races get to have special considerations, it's only fair that we have them too. You should allow reserved seats in Parliament for both ethnic minorities and minority religious. Okay, we're going for this one. Fuck off. You want to win? Win fairly like everyone else. Group photos of members of Parliament are often mistaken for family reunions. Crime has gone up. Oh, what a surprise. They didn't get what they want, so crime's gone up. Drug use has gone up. Average disposable income, employment's gone up. Political apathy, average income, tourism's gone down. Compassion, pacifism, food quality. Yeah, fuck off. No, we're not having conservative action. We're not doing that. We're not going down that slippery fucking slope. Oh, you're not a native of this country? Well, here's a free pass. Do whatever you want all the time. We wouldn't want to be called racist. But that's that one for today. We're slowly building that economy. Actually, this is quite different from what it usually is for me. My civil rights are usually pretty high, political freedoms slightly lower, and my economy is usually trash. This is actually pretty decent so far. I'm happy with this. All right then, I will see you next time. Welcome back to Howlite Isle. If it looks like I'm about to go to bed, it's because I am. I almost forgot about this. My hair's a mess, so on and so forth. Let's get some country decisions going. We've got 5 of them today. A gun in every hand and a tank in every garage. The immortal cells of Mrs. Gratwick. Nowhere to go. Use the Force, leader. And yours insincerely. Okay. Are we going to turn into America is the question. It is no secret that Howlite Isle is one of the most gun-happy nations in the United Kingdom. While guns are legal, few restrictions do exist. Now, gun-toting citizens are demanding that the government expand gun rights to include bazookas, tanks, and other military-grade weapons. What? Naturally, the proposal has come as some concerned citizens up in arms. It is the right of every patriotic citizen to own any kind of weapon they desire, explains conservative actor and gun activist Charles Hester, who recently starred in the anti-war film Planet of the Magpies. Why should the military be the only ones trusted with these weapons? The fact that we can't have them is nothing short of government tyranny and a liberal conspiracy to take our guns away. Yeah. Some will say that this will be dangerous, but I doubt anyone will be talking smack when they see that well-polished tank on my front lawn. Ew. Damn right, only the military should have these weapons. Flimsy states commander Barbara Christmas, while twerking the keys around her tank finger, for a tank to around her finger. Fuck me, I can't read. Also, why is it when I do these that my mouth seems to fill with saliva? Every time. Do you really want to trust the average Howlian with these dangerous weapons? We'd have people blowing each other up the moments there's an argument over wild chimes. For Vile's sake. In fact, what y'all need to do is provide more military funding so we can better secure these weapons before they fall into the wrong hands. The keys slip from the commander's grasp as they fly out of the open window. You want to bring more weapons into Howlite Isle? Disperse your ultra-liberal teenage niece, who was busy painting an anti-gun placard on her 5th March this year. If anything, we need less weapons. The only thing guns are good for is killing people. Just look at all the statistics like linking easy accessibility guns to violent crime. Every fucking time. It waits until I do this. I've had this computer on for a while and it waits until I do this before it makes that sound. Take a look at the Bronaclad's sensible gun control legislation. They haven't had a mass shooting in decades. We had one last week. If you had any compassion in your body, you'd ban... Like, this is such an American argument. And America has fucking mass shootings. Like, China has human rights violations. It's just part of the culture at this point. Military-grade weaponry doesn't kill people. Ignorance kills people, counters the chairperson, Responsible Gun Owners Association. If all Howlians were taught how to responsibly shoot, drive a tank, and fire an anti-aircraft rocket launcher, there'd be none of these so-called accidents you hear about. I don't have a problem with the average citizen driving a tank so long as they've completed proper education and safety training. And all those guns. Okay. As my dear mother always said, every problem has a compromise. Or, in falling compromise, a loophole. Quotes your Minister of Compromises. Citizens want to have machine guns, bazookas and tanks. Let them have as many as they want, but let's make sure that only police and military have access to ammunition for military-grade weapons. This way, they can still get their precious weapon of war while we protect our public safety. Maybe they can open a museum or something. Quite frankly, we shouldn't trust any of the idiots in this country with anything more dangerous than string. Finally, someone I can agree with. Alright, look. I'm British. I don't like guns. I'm liberal. I don't like guns. Now, I have mellowed on this argument over the years. I'm not as hardline as I used to be. For this country, fuck guns. But for countries where it's already an inherently ingrained part of the culture, something more needs to be done. There's other factors in place more than just guns. And fucking around with guns in that country when there are so many of the fucking things in circulation over there is not going to do shit. There's a multitude of things that need to be addressed first before the guns. The guns are just a connecting factor. They're not the cause. I kind of like this option. Truth be told. I do like this option. Yeah, you can have them, but you can't use them. Incidents involved lethal string attacks have gone way up. Pacifism has gone up, defense force has gone up, ideological radicality has gone up, safety, lifespan has gone up, authoritarianism, that goes up a lot, doesn't it? Government size, human development, tourism's gone up, yay! They want to see the weird Howlians like shooting each other with pretend rocket launchers. That seems to be the best way of handling it. That's good. That's good. Crime's gone down as well. It's almost as if getting rid of the guns, but still allowing people to play with them, but getting rid of the problem, like making them work. You know, it's like guns may be connected. Anyway, it's a game. Don't take this game too fucking seriously. The immortal cells of Mrs. Gratwick. 2 generations ago, scientists took a biopsy of a tumor from a cancer patient named Elizabeth Gatwick, who died soon after. Without her knowledge or consent, these cells were preserved in the laboratory and proved to be exceptionally stable in replication. Stable cancer cells are highly useful for medical research. EIGR cells have been sent and used by scientists all over the world. However, objections are now being raised by Elizabeth's descendants. We thought my poor grandmother's remains had been burned in accordance with her wishes, growls Elizabeth Direct's descendants, Catherine Gratwick. Can't you let her rest in peace? This is her body you're messing with. They're cells, dude. Come on. You can't just irradiate and poison her. You must ask first. How would you like if your family remains were exhumed and mutilated? Have you not seen what happens? They get violated, dude. They get mutilated. You must never use cells from deceased people without the express pre-mortem consent. No, they're fucking cells, dude. It's not like we've had that story that came out recently where a woman was looking into brain dead women and how we can use them to make baby birthing farms. Yes, this is basically a thing that was happening. It's not like that. Their bodies, for things like human bodies, like entire bodies and things like that, that should require permission. But for cells, I mean, there's even an argument for organs, but for cells, come on. No, EGR cells are a scientific miracle, cries biologist Beverly Crutus, juggling a beaker full of purplish goop as she waves her arms in exasperation. These cells have been a breakthrough, not only in testing cures for cancer, but also understanding how cancer develops and functions. All these years later, these cells keep chugging along, outliving all the others. Who knows? With these cells, we might even one day unlock the path to immortality. Are you going to let bureaucracy get in the way of science? This stuff is funny, giggles your niece, squishing her fingers in the goop. It's all warm, gooey, and bouncy. Someone should be turning out this stuff to kids to play with, or is... What? No, we're going with this. This is the only sensible option here. Any body part that can be cut off a person is no longer considered their property. Oh, fuck off. This game, dude. Encourage healthy eating. How the fuck did that... Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. Food quality went up, intelligence went up, health went up, lifespan went up considerably. Taxation went up as well. Whatever. Issues, of which I have many. Nowhere to go. We need more blues, for fuck's sake. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's crying because he can't shit anywhere. A number of citizens concerned about the lack of water closets in Howlite Isle have kicked up such a stink that you've agreed to meet various groups at your convenience. I can't hold it in any longer, bursts out Jill Wu, red-faced and desperate. The need for more public free public conservatories in Howlite Isle is painfully obvious. We demand the government roll out a program of construction. Let the lack of them cause us a stain on our good nation. Oh God. Yes, there is a need for more public facilities, but this is such a bog standard solution that would generate so much paperwork, says Luigi Liu, head of Howlite Isle, largest plumbing contractor. Go with the flow. Take the plunge with us and we'll give Howlite Isle the fanciest conservatories in the United Kingdom. I admit this might require customers spend a penny or two, but they'll feel flushed with success when they see what they get in return. I have another solution, cries Nikita Egan, spokesperson of eccentric primitivist groups Nature's Call. No! As they take a stool by your desk. I'm hoping that's a stool and not a pool stool. I suggest you wash your hands of the matter by closing the facility as they are. Allow citizens to get back to basics by making it legal for any of us. No, to use there as bush? No! No, alright, this is going to be too fucking expensive. We're going back to this. We just need more laboratories. They don't need to be the greatest laboratories in the fucking world. They just need to be functional. Buildings across Howlite Isles are blocked up with orders for new public loos. Whatever. Chris Mowing, address 75 issues. Okay. Tax. It's tax. Where's tax? Oh, okay, tax has gone down. Good. I'm glad it's gone down rather than going up, unlike the other option, which most... Crime has gone down. Desperately needing a shit was the cause of crime. Also, tourism's gone up. This is good. This is good. Alright. Use the farce leader. After taking your niece... God, she's showing up a lot lately, isn't she? To see Cosmic Conflicts episode, whatever the fuck. The new NUE. Your census director runs up to you in a parking lot, shouting that large numbers of people are putting false information on their census forms. Orange Alert Leader, we have a level 3 census emergency. Your confused look gives him pause. Did you not memorize the color-coded demographics alert system that I sent you? What is this, Blizzard? Our census has a question about religious affiliation, but far too many young people aren't taking it seriously. They're just listing fictional characters. I've done this. Like Jedi and Fishbitarianism. We must track down every one of these reprobates and question them at great length to determine their actual religious beliefs. I'm fine with them listing false information. I actually hate the fact that atheist is under religious belief. I wish it just says have no religious beliefs, because atheism isn't religion. I hate that. It's a little nitpick, but it bugs me. Actually, I think the next census I will be entering something different. I am one with the farce, and the farce is with me. Chants the movie theater patron, wearing brown robes and swinging around a cardboard tube, making humming noises. The ancient Jedi faith, which was revealed to us by visionary film director George Lucas, is a fundamental truth in all corners of the universe. Our beliefs are genuine. I insist that you recognize this as a legitimate religion. I think it is, isn't it? Like, actually, now. Another passerby waving a strange uniform and a helmet that completely covers their face stops listening. Do you hear this lunacy, leader? These fancy films are a terrible influence on our weak-minded citizens who don't have a solid grasp on reality. I mean, isn't that what religion is all about? Ban all fiction that includes any references to made-up religions. No, fuck off. Your niece tugs on your sleeve looking annoyed. Why does this census even ask about religion? I know for statistics or whatever, but I really don't care about if my friends play to Yevo or Wakala or even Overgoat. Overgoat sounds fucking cool. That's none of my business, and the government shouldn't be asking about it either. Yeah, but it's useful to know, because you can know certain behavioral patterns based on religion. So certain issues are happening in certain areas. It's statistics, they're useful. The census shouldn't be able to ask what about gender, race, ethnicity, or national origin. Then what the fuck is the point of it? Instead, we should just focus on finding the fun. Oh, fuck off. We're not making them. Well, yeah. It's let's recognize it as a legitimate religion. We're not harassing people for mocking the religion. I've done it as well. It just means they're more than likely an atheist. I'm not banning fucking movies. That's ridiculous. And I'm not doing this because this is dumb as well. This is the only acceptable one. Yeah. Okay. Governments to statisticians explain census inaccuracies by declaring that SIF happens. Believe in religious tolerance. Yeah, there's the Jedi headquarters as we speak. Cool. Religiousness is shut up because of all those nerds. God damn it. I mean, let's face it. Have you seen some of the outfits these religious people wore? Religious people are just nerds. It's true. So are the big people really into sport as well. Screaming at a TV as if they can hear them. Fucking nerds. Whenever disaster strikes Howlite Isle, politicians have a habit of sending their thoughts and prayers to the victims. Although the gesture is appreciated by some, there are many who feel that the phrase simply as an excuse for politicians to do nothing. I mean, basically, every time I hear politicians send their thoughts and prayers, I feel like vomiting in my mouth. I wouldn't go that far. Complains social commentator Otti-Jaime Snape Potter. A forcefully shredding a newspaper reporting your Minister of Transportation sending prayers for the victims of a train disaster. Ah, okay. If you ask me, that's their way of getting out of actually doing anything meaningful to help the victims. How about sending so much needed aid when there's a disaster, or perhaps investing in some infrastructure? People want government action, not empty platitudes. I kind of agree. On the contrary, many people I have told that they have found the comfort in my words that they needed the most. Replies Wilkins Boots. A politician has been known to fall asleep during government ceremonies. There's nothing odious or lazy with sending out thoughts and prayers. Okay. Since when should the government be in the business of spreading the religious indoctrination? Fumes atheist media personality, Chino Hanover. All of these are kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Thoughts and prayers, oh please. There is nothing more than the government imposing religious beliefs. To be honest, no, it's just like me saying, oh God or Jesus Christ. It really is just a fucking expression, thoughts and prayers. You know, it's you know, like, yeah, it's like me saying, oh God or Jesus Christ, you know, or fucking hell, like hell, whatever. We're going with this, yeah, the action needs to be taken. The government only invests in infrastructure after a national disaster. Of course, that's how it works. Provide a low-tech public transport. Puffing Billy, fuck me. Power the economy without mining. That's neat. Cool. I don't think I've had that one before. I've had that one before. Economic output. Tourism has gone up. Crime has gone down. Lifespan's gone up. Environmental beauty has gone down. No. Whatever. So let's actually read what Howlite Isle looks like now. Huh? We're still democratic socialists. We're all in the green. Strong economy, average civil rights, and political freedoms. Very good. The community of Howlite Isle is a large, environmentally stunning nation, remarkable for its pith helmet sales, ban on automobiles, and stringent health and safety legislation. Oh my God, we really are England. The quaint, industrious population of 56 million Howlians are fiercely patriotic and enjoy great social equality. They tend to view other, more capitalist countries as somewhat immoral and corrupt. The large government juggles the competing demands of defence, education, and industry. The average income tax is 42.6%, but much higher for the wealthy. The strong Howlian Island economy is where 3.03 trillion quarters a year is fairly diversified and led by the tourism industry. Fuck yes, it's about time. With major contributions from retail, basket weaving, and arms manufacturing. No more gambling, bitch. Black market activity is notable. State-owned companies are reasonably common. Average income is 54,098 quarters and evenly distributed, with the richer citizens earning only 2.0 times as much as the poorest. This is actually really balanced. I'm liking this so far. Any body part that can be cut off is no longer considered to be their property. Builders across Howlite Isle are all blocked up with orders for new public loos. Government sanctions explain statisticians explain census inaccuracies by declaring that SIF happens, and the government only invests in infrastructure after a national disaster. Crime is totally unknown thanks to a capable police force and progressive social policies in education and welfare. Howlite Isle's national animal is the magpie, which soars majestically through its nation's famously clear skies. We are still the top 10% in primitiveness. And we are 468th in the world for most politically free, scoring 65.52 on the Diebold election inkling scale. I really like what we're looking like so far. We're doing well. This is a decent nation. This sounds like the kind of place I'd actually kind of want to live in. Howlite Isle is doing well. Typically what happens when I play this is I end up making a decision that just fucks everything up, and I end up going just off the deep end after that and just becoming a fucking totalitarian dictatorship. That's usually what happens. I get bored and just want to like fuck these people over and be an evil fuck. That's usually what happens. But I've just been consistent. I've tried to remain as close to my actual belief systems as possible, only choosing one or two just because it's funny, and we're doing well. Now, can we actually... We can't have a capital city, a leader, or a national religion yet, which is a shame, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I'll see you next time.